Tabitha Brown said, "My products are in Target. I need y'all to keep going and buying my products." Oh, yeah, the other black people too, but keep buying my products at Target. That's the undertone. Muni Long said that she's raggedy like y'all mamas and y'all aunties. Yikes. And then, congratulations to AD, but we got to talk about a thing or two. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We're here for another edition of Look at This Here, where I talk hot topics, celebrity gossip, pop culture, current events, all that type of stuff. All right. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. Let me know what you thought about these three topics. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. I feel like these are three loaded topics. Okay. I want to try to keep the video to 20 minutes or less, but we will see. We'll see what happens. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to start off first with Tabitha Brown. Okay. Auntie Tab. We love Tabitha. Okay. Y'all love Tabitha. When it comes to Tabitha Brown, I don't dislike her. I remember when Tabitha first popped off and it was during the panorama, and I remember the first video I saw of her was her making a tomato sandwich. And then I saw that little girl do the tomato sandwich. And I was like, okay, she's cool. Now, I'm not vegan, but I enjoy a lot of Tabitha's videos. I like a lot of her videos, right? I don't have an issue with them, whatever the case. So, Tabitha has been under fire a lot lately, okay? And for some people may think that it's not that big of a deal, but I think it is personally, all right? So, one of the first instances is when the boycott started with Target. Tabitha was very vocal about y'all still go to Target, y'all still shop there because of the black creators and the black people that have their products in Target. I understand what she's saying, but when it comes from a person that is a part of that group, it looks like you're saying, I still want y'all money, so damn what y'all are standing for, come shop and buy my stuff. If it would have come from a different person, maybe a different activist, whatever the case, it wouldn't come across so yikes. Y'all know what I mean? But because Tabitha is a part of that collective, it looks away. So we had that. Then there recently, Tabitha said that she's not making her spices anymore. What is it? The very good garlic, and I think she has some lemon pepper or whatever. She's not doing that anymore because she's not at home cooking. To me, that's stupid. Okay, that doesn't make a lick of sense. But if y'all want the very good garlic, go stock up now because she's done at the end of the year. So apparently Tabitha came out again and did another video telling people to keep shopping at Target. All right. So I got some notes. I'm going to read. This is from an article. So I'm going to read the article to you guys and then kind of break it up a little bit. But so Tabitha Brown took to Instagram to speak on the discourse surrounding her opinions on the Target boycott. So on May 20th, the 46-year-old internet personality dropped a video to respond to those hating on her for her previous statements and to encourage others to combat the negative impact that the boycott is having on the black authors whose books are sold on the retailers' shelves. Okay. So as a well-known advocate for black authors, black-owned businesses, and creatives, Tabitha recently warned people to be mindful of the Target boycotts as it would negatively impact many black authors as well as many big businesses. Now, we all know that to be true, right? The Target boycott is still growing legs, it's still going strong, okay? And we have seen the decline in the Target sales. So, Tabitha, like I mentioned, was very vocal on y'all don't stop shopping there because it will hurt the black entrepreneurs that do have that like program affiliate, whatever Target has going before they got rid of their DEI. Okay. So Tabitha has some people that came at her, and y'all know Tabitha is very nice, nasty. And I think a lot of people kind of overlook the fact that she is a very nice, nasty person. Like Tabitha says stuff, and because she uses that old southern twang, and she says, God bless you, and it's my business. Because she does a lot of that type of stuff, people have a tendency to overlook some of the stuff that she says, right? So Tabitha in this video said that this is my prayer for you. I pray that love finds you, true love. I pray that it finds you and that it holds you tight. I pray that someone will love you enough to see you when you were not well, to see you when you need true support, to see you when you need compassion, to see you when you need kindness. I pray that somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you. I pray this type of love finds you so that you can understand. That's what I be talking about. That's nice nasty. Because you are saying that the people that have opinions on this Target boycott that disagree with your opinion, you're like it's disingenuine, okay? It's disingenuine. So in the caption of that particular video, she said to all the people in the comments in my DMs with your uneducated hate messages, there is no amount of hate and ignorance that is going to stop me from using my platform and my voice to support and uplift small businesses, black-owned businesses, black content creators, and black authors. Here's the thing though, nobody is saying for you to stop doing that, Tabitha, but for you to tell people, and I'm sure that there were some uneducated hate messages, okay? I know how this goes. Any other fellow content creators, we know how that goes with the type of messages we receive. However, Tabitha, for you to phrase it that way and generalize everybody's messages as hateful and uneducated, that was a choice. That's a choice, Tabitha. There are a lot of very educated people that are boycotting Target. So for you to make that correlation, that's disappointing. That's very, very, very disappointing. Okay. So in the caption, she goes on to say, take it up with God because he gave me my voice and blessed me with my platform, and I'm going to use it. You are free to use it. Howsoever, you have to understand that people are going to say things back. Right. And at that same token, the people she says stuff back to have to understand that she is going to respond as well. It's a back and forth, right? So we know that previously Tabitha took a very deep dive into the Target boycott, and she talked about the ramifications that it's going to have on these black creators, and we know this. We know this, right? We know this, okay? So she reflected that since the beginning of the boycott, many black authors have been struggling to get a reaction behind their books, with many no longer shopping at Target. Tabitha goes on to explain that Target is a huge book retailer that sells our books. And so, because of the boycott, many of our black authors' books did not sell well because people were not purchasing the books because they're sold at Target. This affected their sales. It affected their ability to be on the New York Times bestseller list. But the bigger issue is it also affects the next deal, which is their next book deal. So Tabitha in this video is encouraging more people that are engaging in the boycott to just be mindful of the more nuanced percussions of not shopping at Target, and recommends supporting these black authors by buying through other channels to help them make their numbers. She also addressed publishers on her platform, urging them not to hold the sales of their black authors during the past months of boycott as truth to their selling power. She said, and I quote, these numbers are not reflecting their truth. They're talented writers with beautiful stories, and they're being affected by something that they did not do. So, because Tabitha has been very vocal about y'all keep shopping at Target, there's been tons and tons and tons of backlash that she has been getting. Now, when Tabitha first did her whole y'all boycott Target, but still go to Target to buy the black stuff, I saw where she was going with it, but I felt that she was not the right messenger for the message. Because you're like, you want the money. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, had it been anybody else, then I feel like it would have been better received. It just would have been better received. So Tabitha took to her Instagram, or really her Twitter, took to her Twitter, but her Instagram, but she put it on Twitter, and I'm gonna put this up on the screen for you guys. So on her Twitter, she said, "I don't mind being attacked. I'm often misunderstood. God is trusting me with this journey. I see people fighting over my videos, and that isn't what I desire. We are in battle already, and the last thing we should do is fight each other. That's what they want. My heart is for the people. In this climate, my heart is heavy for my people. My intention is to never hurt anyone, but only to encourage us all to support each other directly. I love y'all." Okay. She then goes on to, I'm gonna have to make this bigger. She then goes on, and in the caption on her Instagram, she says, "Family, let's not fight. I know we are all hurting, but we didn't cause this anger. This is the time for unity and support of each other to be stronger than ever before. When we fight each other, they take note and they win. We have a right to be angry. We have a right to boycott. But what's right is doing it together. Black authors, I'm sorry. Black content creators, I'm sorry. Black employees, I'm sorry. Black owned businesses, I'm sorry. Sometimes my heart gets so heavy, or sometimes my heart gets too heavy, and I think I can help everybody, but I know I can't. I've been in some meetings with y'all and for y'all, and sometimes, as my daddy says, I do too much. Just know I believe you all are worthy of greatness and respect. I will never, or excuse me, I will forever support y'all, and can't nothing stop that. Brighter days ahead. I believe that love." How do y'all feel about this? Do you feel that do you guys feel that Tabitha is being unwrongly attacked? But I don't like I for me personally, I do think that a big part of it just comes down to the whole, because you are a person that would benefit from black people going back to Target, it just seems disingenuous. It just does. Let me know what you guys think about this, or how you guys feel about this down below. I don't believe Tabitha should be getting hate messages, but I don't like the fact that she said you're uneducated hate messages. I hate that. I would have to see the messages. I hate that she said that. So Money Long, Claude have mercy. This was a disaster. Okay. So Money Long is, I don't know where she was, but she was on a live. I don't know if it was like Twitter or Instagram Live or TikTok, wherever she was. But she made a statement that only only black women claim that they don't like her personality. And she said, and I quote, "I'm just acting like, or I'm acting just like your raggedy mama and your aunties. It's not that you don't like me, you don't like you." Money Love has been in the game for a while. What did I call her? Money Love has been in the game for a while, right? She's a very talented writer. We appreciate her. But let's not forget that you were just crashing out, sis, a couple of months ago when TikTok was going down, because we know your music from TikTok. We know you because of TikTok. We know you as a songwriter, yes, sure. But as far as your songs only go viral because of TikTok. So for your fan base, your core demographic, because let's be real, white people are not listening to your fucking music. Let's be very, very clear about that, Money. White people aren't listening to your music. So your core audience is black people. So for you to sit up here and say that only black people don't like me, and you're acting like you're our raggedy, my mama ain't fucking raggedy. I can tell you that much. This is why certain people need to stay hidden. This was such a stupid and careless statement. This was disastrous. Then she was like doubling down and tripling down, talking about I said what I said and I'm not for everybody. Yeah, everybody is not for everybody. A lot of people have personality. I have a person, and I tell people this all the time. I have a personality that either people love me or they hate me, and I really don't give a fuck either way. However, I would never generalize and say only black people don't like me. Only white people don't like me. You are doing something. What even caused this statement? This is crazy. You should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you. And then for you to double down and triple down on it, good luck to your career, sis. We'll see what happens. But you're alienating your fan base. And that's silly. Finally, up on the docket, AD. I'm gonna start by saying congratulations to Amber and congratulations to Ali. Now, why I personally don't think that this is a real relationship, it just seems very convenient. Congratulations to you both. I hope you have a beautiful, safe pregnancy, a happy, healthy baby. I wish nothing but the best for both of you. Now let's talk. Okay, so AD. We know AD from her season on Love is Blind. AD was matched up with Clay, who clearly didn't like her ass. But she fought and clawed and screamed to get back with this man, right? She did everything she could. She embarrassed not only herself, but she embarrassed herself in regards to Love is Blind, okay? Even after Clay was talking cash, Clay said no to her at the altar, remember? Even after all of that, he wanted to get back with her, and she was saying that she wasn't, and all that other type of stuff. She embarrassed herself. She came across as desperate. Okay, she has a podcast because she is now Love Is Blind's Black Talking Head. So she has a podcast. It's called What's the Reality. She brought on Ashley, another fool that was on Love Is Blind. And what I think we have to realize, and what I think we have to start doing going forward, we have to set a precedent for ourselves. Far too often, these women come on Love Is Blind. They come on Married at First Sight. They come on these reality shows, and a lot of my black counterparts and a lot of my black peers that are watching or doing content, y'all feel that because this is a brown-skinned black woman, we have to we can't say anything negative about them. We have to support them 1,000%. That's not what the fuck I do. I don't blindly support anybody. I'm gonna call a spade each and every time I sit down in this chair and turn on this camera. Ashley and AD made fools of themselves on their seasons. They just did. And I'm always going to root for everybody black. Look at the shirt. Okay? I'm always going to root for everybody black, but I'm also going to call you out when you need to be called out. Okay? So Ashley from what was not last season, the season before, season 6, whatever season we're on, was matched up with Tyler. The signs were all there that he was a fuck nigga. But because he was light skinned and maybe had a softer texture hair, she was mesmerized by the freckles. I don't know. Ashley set her ass on that reunion stage and on Instagram and TikTok every chance she got and told us we were jealous of her because she was married. We don't know her, all of this. And, you guys are just, I know more about him than you when people are giving you hard, irrefutable proof. So y'all set your asses together on this interview and said that people were wrong and the comments were hurtful. And Ashley said that she needed to experience this for herself. And I wasn't even on social media. Yes, you were, because you went crazy with Instagram stories one day, Ashley, talking about how people were jealous of you and people were just mad because they're not in a loving marriage like you are. You knew that nigga had them kids. You knew he wasn't claiming them kids, and you stood by and you were okay with it. You were okay with it. So you don't get to come up on AD's unorganized ass podcast and make it seem like as if you were such a victim. You knew what the fuck it was with Tyler. You knew what time it was with Tyler. You knew what time it was. So AD and Ashley sit on this podcast and cowardly come for Jesse and Storytime with Ricky, Jesse Wu, because they were doing their due deals and they were trying to warn your ass about Tyler. Now, AD is saying that she had no idea this was going on. I haven't seen any of this. So why are you talking about it then? If you haven't seen any of these videos that Jesse and Storytime with Ricky have done, then how do you know that they were talking bad about Ashley? How do you know that the call is coming from inside the house? How do you know that? You being used as a pawn, AD. You're being used as a pawn, baby. And it's very, very suspicious What a coinky dink that after you were getting dragged from the rooter to the tutor, from the rut, you are being dragged all up and down the internet streets. That all of a sudden now you want to announce that you're pregnant. Why? To try to get sympathy? How far along are you? Because she didn't put a due date. Most people say, like, okay, Cam and Lauren from season 1 of Love Is Blind just announced that they're pregnant too. They said coming in May or something. Did they say no? They didn't say May because it's May now. They put a due date in there. Most people would say coming November, coming here. Y'all didn't even say that. I think that AD said, "Well, shit, I didn't think that it would go this way. I'm getting drugged." So you decided that you were going to go and announce your pregnancy to try to soften the blow. Look inward. Look inward. AD, I think your call is coming from inside the house. Let me know what you guys thought about these 3 topics. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.